It's about 30 degrees out, but I got the new SaunaBox Go and I want to check it out. What we have here, chairs. So we got one chair there, we got another chair, neon from before. I don't know, that's kind of cool. What I have gathered is that you're able to set this up in like 5 minutes or less. I have some poles here that you just kind of push and it's under tension. So let's see if I can actually do that. You can see I actually have it set up right here. And one thing that comes with the tarp, and it's detachable, we just need to place this inside and kind of put together the Velcro for this bottom piece to go in. So here's your very first look at the SaunaBox Go. Now guys, this thing is really, really cool. I'm excited to try this out. And coming inside here, as you can see, so there are actually 3 windows. That's a little flap right there. And so it just kind of rolls down. And so you have a flap right there on this side, and then you have one on this side. And then if you look right up here, right up front on top, we have this one up here. So you got those 3 windows. So if you want some light inside there. Now the only thing I would say about the windows is that if you do use the windows, you're probably going to decrease the insulation overall. So if you're finding that it's not getting hot enough inside here, you might actually want to close those windows up. So really quick, let's talk about the size of this. Now, if we take our tape measure, this actually measures, it's 48 inches by 48 inches back. And then of course, it's about 48 inches tall as well. Now you might be thinking that that's pretty small. Now let's do a little bit of context as far as the overall size of the SaunaBox Go. Guys, I'm 5'10", sitting here on these new chairs, which they're actually really comfortable. I think it feels very roomy in here. I mean, I have plenty of room to move my arms around, my elbows out. As far as headroom goes, sitting down here, I probably have a good 4 to 6 inches above my head. And so even if you had somebody here with you, you have plenty of room out here. I mean, you even have a little bit of room behind me. I don't feel cramped. And I think that because of the windows right here, those definitely let in some light. And so it doesn't feel as claustrophobic as it could. Maybe if you close those, it might feel a little more enclosed, but I'm telling you, I feel like this has a good amount of space in here. Now, one of the neatest things I want to show you guys is the new smart steamer that they included. This does have a built-in Wi-Fi or kind of wireless connectivity, and SaunaBox actually came out with their own app. So this app is pretty dang cool. I mean, it's basic, but here you go. You open that up, and if you have your steamer on, all you have to do is click Start Session. And when you do that, SaunaBox Go, that's what we're going to connect to. And it's going to take a second just to look for that. So there it is. Click on Sauna. And then, so right here from your phone, remotely, you can set up the temp, how high you want it to go, the time, and then just start to preheat. And so it will automatically do like a 10-minute preheat, and it'll let you know when it's ready so you can hop in and it's nice and hot, and which is very, very cool. And so if you're ready, you just go ahead and click the button right here, and it's a 20-minute session. The other really awesome thing, I love this, is the fact that you click on this button right there, and now SaunaBox, they actually have like these built-in apps like breath work, meditation, music. And so if you click on any of these things, it plays on your phone, but you actually have this built-in music right there. You don't even have to, have anything else. And I think that's just a really, really thoughtful addition to the SaunaBox. Now let's just talk about the steaming unit really quick. I'll just show you guys how I have this connected right here. So it comes with this little grommet right there that you actually feed through on the inside, and it kind of screws down right there. So you have the smaller hose right here, and then if you come on the inside, you can see it feeds in right there. I have the longer hose right here, and then the steam box right here. And this new steam box is actually pretty nice. It has a lot of these vented holes right there, so a lot more steam should be able to escape. And it feels a little bit heavier duty, but that's pretty dang nice. And then now all we have to do to actually get this started is we need to put in the sweat mat down here. So up till now, we've done the unboxing. I've set everything up. I showed you guys the smart steamer. Now the only thing left to do is actually hop in this thing and see how hot it can actually get. But maybe we could add one cool little thing. Let's go ahead and do it in the snow. That's right. I am actually going to go ahead and use the SaunaBox in the snow. It's kind of snowing, sleeting out right now. It's about 30 degrees. So this is about as extreme as it gets down here in the south. But if you're wondering, can you actually use the SaunaBox outside during the winter? And does it get hot enough inside? Let's go ahead and find out. So while we're waiting, I want to show you guys, I threw in a sensor inside of the SaunaBox. Right now it's reading 57 degrees inside. It was 30 before when we first started, so it's still warming up, and that's definitely not hot enough, to be a sauna at all. The advertised temperature is 130 degrees max. I will tell you what, I really saw that during the summer. I'm not sure how hot we're actually going to see it right now, and that'll be a true testament to the insulation. But if we can get around like 115, 120 with 100% humidity inside, I mean, that's going to be pretty warm. So let's check back here in just a little bit. All right, now I want to show you guys, the temperature right now is 94 degrees inside. So it didn't quite get up to that, about 110, 115 I was hoping for, or even hotter. And that is very understandable because, guys, what you have to realize is these are the most unideal conditions and unrecommended conditions possible for the SaunaBox for sure. I mean, it is icy cold out there. It's just not what they recommend. Well, I figured, hey, what the heck? Let's just give it a shot. So about 94 is where it's at now. We'll do another test and on a more ideal conditions and see if we can't get that temperature to go up. Okay, so I will admit that, yeah, we probably pushed the SaunaBox Go way beyond its intended use by taking it outside with the snow, the sleet, the rain. And hey, I couldn't help it. That was the first time we actually got any resemblance of snow in the last 3 years. So we had to try it. So it topped off around 94, 95 degrees inside. And that's probably to be expected, especially with it was like 30 degrees, maybe a little bit lower yesterday. And so I went ahead and brought the SaunaBox Go inside in a more climate controlled environment. It's about 64 degrees here in the garage. And that's probably similar to what you're gonna use it at home, as far as in the garage, maybe in a basement, spare bedroom, something like that. So this is gonna be more of a real life, real terms usage of the SaunaBox Go. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up in here. Let's see how hot it can get inside, and we'll do that test now. So once again, let me show you guys how to fire this up from the app. We got the app, we're gonna open up right here. Okay, we're gonna start session. Also really quick, as I get it started here, I wanna show you I do have the sensor inside of the tent, and it's all closed up here. And so right now inside, it's actually reading around 59 degrees and 51% humidity. So let's see as it gets warm, see how hot it can actually get. All right, now it's been about half an hour, guys, of preheating. And as you can see, the temperature inside is 125 degrees. Now, although it's not 130 degrees inside quite yet, that's actually pretty dang good, because if you guys watch any of my previous videos of the regular SaunaBox, of course, the new version advertised to go up to 130 degrees, and it did. But you have to keep in mind, that was outside, and the outside temperature was like 85, 90 degrees when I did that during the summer. So this is, granted, it is indoors, but the inside temperature here in the garage, about 65 degrees. So the fact that this is getting 124 right now is pretty dang good. Now, the other thing to consider is it has 3 different plastic windows right here, which it does have this insulated cover that can, like flaps that go over it. So I believe that if you were to actually close those flaps, although it would be darker inside, I think that would actually solve the problem as far as the overall temperature, and you could easily get this up to 130. So that's pretty dang impressive if you ask me. Now that it's all warmed up, I'm gonna go ahead and hop in. Let's see how this actually feels this time, now that we've actually gotten this up to the right temperature. All right, so that actually finishes up my first official session in the SaunaBox Go. Generally, I try to be as honest as possible with you as far as these reviews go, because if I'm not, you guys will just destroy me in the comment section, if this doesn't live up to the hype that I give it. I do have to tell you that, man, it's very hot. It gets super hot in there. I was sweating like crazy. But I can tell you that I really actually enjoyed my session inside the SaunaBox Go. I mean, just the extra space that you have. Now, of course, when you sit down, you have tons of room just all around you. Obviously, you can't stand up in here, but I think that's okay because the chairs they give you kind of put you more in a kind of reclined, relaxed position. And it just felt really good in there. And, of course, even having a second person in there, I don't see why you'd have any issues with it. So, if you're comparing it to the original SaunaBox, wondering, which one should you actually get? Of course, that's subjective. But I can tell you that my experience here in the Go, I actually enjoyed it even more so than in the regular SaunaBox. And that's actually saying a lot. I think in the SaunaBox, you do have plenty of room. It can feel a little claustrophobic just because even when you're sitting, it feels like the door, it's pretty close to your knees. And it doesn't feel like you have quite as much room in there, even though you have a lot more vertical room. So you can certainly stand up if you prefer that. However, in the SaunaBox Go, that's just not possible. But I really actually like the fact that, you were sitting low, the roof was a little bit lower. So all the heat was it seemed just a little bit more concentrated overall instead of kind of hovering in the top of it like you would in the regular SaunaBox. All right, so there you have it. That is your very first look at the SaunaBox Go. Now, if you have any questions or comments, or if I left out any sort of details that you'd like to know about it, be sure to leave a comment down below. I love interacting with you guys. You've been really great here on the channel. Also, if you'd like to get 10% off anything at SaunaBox, there is a promo code listed in the description as well. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.